Hello. What languages do you speak, guys?
English and Greek and French and Urdu.
Okay, let's stick to English alone since it's the best language in the world. Can I ask you English questions?
Yes. Go ahead, man.
So, are you guys living in Canada, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
So, what makes someone a Canadian to you?
Wait, they asked that question. A pussy. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think what makes someone a Canadian?
I mean, why that question kind of like played a lot in your mind? Isn't that simple? Like, is it complicated? Like, who is a Canadian? Like, what do you consider a Canadian? Is it like a behavior, ethnicity, a history?
No, wait. Before I answer your question, the reason why we overthink this is because we thought that you asked that question because of my skin tone.
But I'm a fucking immigrant, okay? And you thought, why ask the question? You didn't even thought of the question. You assumed that I'm trying to be something. Like, why these assumptions? It's a simple question, bro.
Don't tell me that. But
don't be insecure about your skin color. I'm a brown fuck too. Look at these.
I'm not insecure about it.
You're not even chopped. You're a good-looking dude. So it doesn't matter how you look. As long as you're not, you're fine. So don't worry about it.
You guys are a bit of racism. I like that.
You like that, huh?
What makes a Canadian citizen? Someone who's born here, someone who stays here, right? Who's a permanent resident, right? Someone who doesn't break the laws. Someone who's in a... Bro, fuck Canadians, bro.
Doesn't break the law, I like that. I like the doesn't break the law question. That's actually the most accurate thing you said so far.
What else?
Because a citizen...
I'm more of an American myself, you know. I'm Canadian, but I'm moving to the U.S. Low-key. I have the same mindset. Like, I wouldn't find myself. I'm trying to go to a more free country, you know. Like, it's kind of too socialist over here. You know what I mean? So
too social. What's like? This is actually I want to talk about this. What's the social thing that you don't like about Canada?
No. I'm saying it's the economy is too socialist.
Okay, so it's like they contribute too much to healthcare, to the environment, and they fuck you up with taxes. So you don't have financial freedom like the U.S. It's like feels like fucking Joseph Stalin bullshit, right?
Yes. Exactly. So I'll tell you, the main argument is, but in the U.S. you're gonna get fucked, right? Because you have to pay for the healthcare. I'll give you two of my main reasons. Okay. Well, like base level, right? So number one, whether it's more expensive or not, your money, right, is worth way more in the U.S., right? So over here, you're spending $800K on a fucking shithole house with fucking mold. $800K in the U.S., you're buying a fucking mansion, a fucking mansion.
Really?
Number two,
okay.
Yes, 100%. Even $300K,
that's
you're
something
buying
new.
a mansion in the U.S. Okay? Number two, right? Now they say, but what about the healthcare? You know, super expensive, this and that. All I'm saying is, in the U.S., if you have a problem, you're not gonna wait 10 hours fucking waiting room just for a bullshit doctor, right?
Yeah.
And second of all, the doctors, they don't do their job properly in Canada because they know, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna get sued because it's free, right? I can't get sued. It's free. It's something that's free, so you can't get sued about it.
It's
right?
like more conservative. Like when you spend money in there, you're not gonna worry about your money going for the fucking homeless to fund their drug addiction because the government controls too much of that shit.
That's my point.
So basically, so going back to the question, so you feel like you're more American than Canadian because you like the freedom.
I stand by those freedom values, boy. I'm more of a capitalist. You know what I mean? Like a capitalist society has never failed, but a socialist society has led down the roads like Venezuela and eventually led to communism. You know what I mean? So anyway, like I was saying, right? If you're paying for your healthcare, the doctors know, okay, I'm not gonna get sued. I'm gonna go ahead and do a good job, right? They're not gonna fuck around, right? Because they know that. Listen, they gotta.
So yeah, I've listened to all of this. Like we only know the economy parts, but this is only one section. Like a Canadian is not just the economy. Let's forget that. I'm talking about the behavior, the identity, the vibe. Like what makes a Canadian Canadian. Let's forget about the economy. Like we just live in normally. We do a 9 to 5. We work. The economy. We're just on the fucking bottom. But when it comes to the character, what is a Canadian to you?
So you're speaking more on identity, like character.
Yeah, like economy is it's just economy. Like you go to countries like Algeria, where I'm from. If you work a whole fucking month, you earn like $100 anyways. You can't even buy an iPhone. You have to bust your ass for fucking 10 years so you can afford a car. Here I can work with Uber Eats for a few weeks and I can buy a car. So economy-wise, it makes a lot of sense. The world is pretty messed up. You know, slavery made whole Africa poor and made countries like Canada and America rich. They're not rich because the money landed from the sky. They're rich because they're backed by thousands of years of fucking robbing the poor countries. French got rich because it robbed Algeria. The black people live in America because they were smuggled from Africa. Africa now in wars and poverty because it's been screwed up through history. So economy-wise, the world is not fair. But the character, it's kind of like your own thing. It's something you decide. So
Right. Okay. Right.
the economy, you're right about the economy. I agree on that. Canada is pretty... It's not good for people like us. It's good for seniors, for someone who just wants stability. But for us, we still have time. We want to do something. We want to grind in life. America is going to fit better for us. But when it comes to the character, what do you think a Canadian is? Because when you said follow the rules, that's actually something pretty accurate, because I noticed Canadians respect the law so much. And they kind of like worship the law. For them, the law is everything. And they cannot break the rules because it's for them, it's sacred. Which is actually a character I fucking respect about Canadians. Because they know the rules us. It's not the whites or the black or the Christians. It's just a country of the law. This is something good about Canada. That's why I saw it. Like, your answer is very accurate for following the rules. But what else? Or maybe I should just leave you guys to keep on pulling girls. Sorry if I took a lot of your time.
No. Listen, we'll go continue pulling girls, but you didn't take our time. It was a interesting question, man. But
I appreciate that. Even your economy answer is pretty interesting. I didn't know Canada is that bad. If like the house is very fucking expensive.
Well, it's going to shit. It's going to
Really?
shit. Now, look, Canada wasn't always bad. During Harper, the Canadian dollar was actually at some point higher than even the US dollar, right?
Really?
During the crash, and we were actually higher, right? But now with the new governments, right, of Trudeau and now Carney, right? Nobody lit, like, I guess people saw how...
So what do you think the reason? I want to actually know this from you. You seem like you know a bit much. So what's the reason? Like, what did Trudeau and Carney brought to the country that led to this inflation and the economy collapse like that? What did they do? Is that the immigrants? Is that the environmental contributions? Is that the taxes thing? Like, what is this?
It's because they were giving money. They thought that if we just give money to the people... Wait, do you hear us?
It was lagging, but now it's cool. I can hear you now.
Now it's good, right? So if they thought, okay, let's just give money, and this and that, and it's gonna solve everything, you know what I mean? But it doesn't work like that, you know what I mean? If you're giving money, you're basically decreasing, you're fucking up the worth, you understand? So you can't just give money willy-nilly like that.
What did he give money to?
He was just trying to give money to the poor people, right? Like socialism, right? So basically tax the rich and give more money to the poor through checks and stuff like that. But you can't just do that. And he was also spending on bullshit, you know, sending the money to... listen, sometimes you got to help the other countries, right? But at the same time, it doesn't make sense how you gave more money to other countries rather than your own country, you know what I mean? So spending on other countries, and there was also a bunch of other scandals of Trudeau, right? Instead of spending money on his own country, he was spending fucking millions of dollars on his own little fucking vacations, private vacations for himself. He's a selfish fuck.
Really?
Right?
Is this like a scam? Oh fuck! I didn't know that. Okay, go ahead. Keep on going, bro. You're doing good.
All I gotta say is, instead, the people always just go after what's popular, right? So I don't care if one person is conservative, one person's more liberal, right? That person will win depending on what the majority thinks is the case, right? Because people they're just sheep, you know what I mean? So like I would say now our society, it's gotten more towards a increase in conservative people, right? But back then it was diehard liberal, right? It just whatever's the wave, you know what I mean?
So now kind of like everybody is calling Carney a liberal fuck. I understand now the slangs. I understand now the frustration with Carney. So they're trying to like balance the economy, kind of take away from the rich, give it to the poor, so it's gonna be more balanced, like more like everybody's equal type of shit. But they just fucked the economy and made it worse, and people are frustrated, and they want to bring back the communist or the conservative ruling back.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it always is. It's let's bring in the conservatives. The conservatives end up fixing the economy, and then I think we need something a little bit more liberal. We voted in the liberals, they end up fucking the economy. Just that constant cycle. I'm
But
not
also,
saying conservatives are perfect, right?
there is a
I'm
bad
just
side of
saying-
conservatives as well. Like, if you apply conservatives too much, minorities will get ruined, and even the homeless people will not find enough fun to help them throughout their life. Or even, for example, people that need mental or physical health care and they cannot afford it, they get screwed up under the rule of strict conservatism, right? So it's like kind of like a balance. Like a ruler comes, make it more liberal, and then a ruler comes, make it more conservative. It's like a wave back and forth. So now we're on the side when everybody's just trying to shift into conservatism. But if you want to still just answer this and you can go ahead with your day, do you think immigrants play a role in that? Like mass immigration.
In jobs and in the economy.
Like in the whole economic thing that you're talking about, does immigrants play a role in that?
They do.
Like if you bring a massive immigrant, is that gonna help to build the economy up? Or this is going to just ruin it and take chances for real people to find jobs? Like, do you see it's a positive contribution or negative?
I think it depends. If it's controlled, yes, right? If it's not controlled and they're just and they're bringing in these immigrants illegally and they don't care, right? And they're just doing it without fucking checking. No, it's not gonna work.
Well,
out
Canada
like that
is the
because
most controlled
realistically-
immigrant system in the world. Like Canada, you have to fly so you can go to Canada, and nobody is gonna smuggle from America or even from Alaska. Like Canada is a bit isolated. You have to get a passport, go through airports. So it's very hard to travel to Canada illegally. Not like the US, you can jump from the Mexican border or you can go from South America. So when it comes to Canada, you cannot say immigration is not
Yeah, but
controlled.
they're importing them. They're mass importing them.
They're like bringing them in mass numbers.
Yes.
Well, isn't like
there's a
most of
story
them
on
like
that.
international students? Like most people like come to study, like come for a tuition. They're not like coming for no reason, and they even have like a time to
That's
stay.
great. That's good. But you see, that's controlled and good, right? I'm just saying, if you're bringing people from poor countries, I know it's a hard truth and a hard reality, right? But we know what the outcome is, right? And I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
Under Trudeau, there was a time where they were importing a bunch of people, right? And
Okay.
it would be a good idea. Look, listen, we're gonna build this big building, this big hotel, right?
Okay.
And all these new immigrants that are coming in, we're just gonna put them all into the hotel, right? Within a week, they went to go check on it, and the place was just covered in garbage, piss, shit everywhere on the walls.
If it's controlled, you're right. Like controlled immigration is pretty good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like if they're not illegal people, right?
Yeah.
Then good, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the illegal immigration and the mass imports, a lot of the people they saw, like, according to, I can't quote, but I'm just saying off of logic, right? Obviously, there's probably statistics, but it makes sense, right? They're importing all these people, and the illegals. Who are these illegals? They're people that are fleeing from their country because they're illegal, you know, and they've done crime, right? And they're just gonna go and commit those same crimes in our country. You know?
So they bring them up because just for the economy, they need cheap labor. They want to make the money up. They want to win the competition. So they kind of screwed up society so they can serve their business purpose.
Yeah, and then they end up like committing crimes. You know what I mean? It's all right.
So, what time are you gonna be in the US? In how long?
Texas or Florida.
Like in how long? Within like months, years?
I'll tell you. So my whole family, my immediate family, my first cousins, I think they're finding locations to live into Florida, right? And somewhere in Boca Raton, some nice area in Florida, right? Because it's a very capitalistic place. The economy is very good there. The what do you call it? The protection law, the self-defense laws are good over there, right?
So you can have like a firearm it's easy to get a firearm?
Yeah,
within bro, here is like you must have a license.
That's
if
why-
someone comes into your house, bro,
you're fucked.
they call the cops.
You're not allowed-
jail, you know?
So you're not even allowed to defend yourself in your own premise? What the fuck? Why?
No, over here,
over here,
you
like-
use a gun to go and let's say the guy's breaking into your house and you shoot him, right? Because he's about to go and rape your daughter or
So you have to wait there and call 911.
You just say, you have to wait for 911. By the time 911's gone, the guy has a gun, he's gonna kill me and my family, you know?
Yeah.
But little do I I go and let's say I go to shoot the guy in the leg, I go and I disarm him, right? I'm the one that goes to jail. You know what I mean?
The fuck, you not even shoot him in the leg. How are you gonna control this? Like most of the time, is you just want to kill that motherfucker before he kills you because you're already armed. You have your children at home.
Or that too, right? I just want to kill the guy. The guy's putting a threat to my family. I'm not gonna spend. I'm immediately gonna go kill him. And this is basically my argument, right? Where people are saying, "Oh no, but you know these certain guns, this and that," right? These are my two
Now
arguments.
Canada is like very fucked up when it comes to self-defense. Like you can't even do shit. You can't even if someone break into a store and shoplift, you're not even allowed to stop him and just take him down by yourself. If you witness a thief or you witness a crime with your own eyes, you're not even allowed to intervene because it will be a vigilante and you're gonna get in trouble for it. So you're right about that. But I didn't know that Florida is actually good at that. Thank you for letting me know. And guys, I really appreciate talking to you. You seem like you're pretty cool. I wish you the best with whatever you want to do in your life.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro.
Take care, guys.